Last October, our great friend Hoda Kathie released a tell-all book, spilling all the juicy details about her life. Well, her New York Times best-selling memoir, Hoda, How I Survived War Zones, Bad Hair, Cancer, and Kathie Lee, comes out in paperback tomorrow. Hoda, good to see you.
Hey, Mr. Roker.
This is
How
terrific.
are you?
Yeah, you know, let's go back almost 5 years.
Okay.
I remember sitting in your hospital room, and you were writing back then. Did you have any idea that what you started writing that during that period, during your breast cancer survivorship,
You know, it's weird. When you
that it was going to do that?
When you just said you were sitting next to my bedside, all of a sudden I got like this wave of emotion remembering that day. That's so weird. You know, it's so funny. It's been almost 5 years, and you think that at a certain point you say that was then and this is now. But I did journal, and I remember you sitting on by my bedside talking to me, and I was writing stuff down. I just figured if I could put it on paper, it would get it off my heart. And, sometimes you need to get rid of things. You feel like you're putting it away. I didn't imagine it would wind up in a book ever, but I thought at least I would have a choice.
Yeah.
I would get it off my chest and then decide.
Well, you talk about getting rid of things. 2007, you got rid of a bad husband.
Oh, God.
And you got rid of the breast cancer. Thank God.
Thank you, Al. Yeah, it was weird to have both of those things happening in the same year, because normally you would think, what's worse than this, having two kind of twin tragedies together? But I think the weird thing about grief is if you have two big things happening at the same time, I think you really do have a finite amount of grief to go around. You can only give so much to whatever's going wrong with your marriage because you're worried about your health test results, and you can only give so much time worrying about what's going on with your health because you're worried, like, what happened to my marriage? So you sort of split the grief, and it's almost like having two kids instead of one. Like, you can't worry about that kid who's scribbling on the walls because this one's crawling around on the floor and playing and stuff.
Speaking of kids scribbling on the walls and causing trouble, Kathie Lee.
These segues are crazy.
Yeah, how did you survive that?
Look, okay, first of all, that's why we have booze on the set. The second reason, let me tell you something, it's been quite an adventure, and Kath knows this. I mean, it has been such a freeing experience for me because I was so used to being buttoned up, as you know, sort of from Dateline and kind of following the scripts and the rules and stuff. And this is obviously in this show there are no rules. Don't ask what we're doing there. But I mean, everything is free, and there's something about that feeling of letting go, undoing your news corset. Having a few sips of something.
Yeah, a few? Yeah.
Just a couple.
And then you write this book. It's a runaway bestseller. You're at a book signing, and you meet somebody who's now changed your life.
You wonder why you do things. And I got to be honest, I did wonder why I wrote that book. And these two young girls in their 20s showed up in line at the bookstore. And I said, do you want me to sign a book? And they said, no, we want to give you something. And it was a laminated piece of paper, and it said, 10 reasons you should date our dad. And I started dating their dad as a result of that, and now it's been since October, since the book came out. And you wonder...
There's you and Jay.
That's Jay. And you wonder why you do things in life and why... There he is again. I'm sure he's loving this. Oh, my God. Anyway, but it really did transform my life. So sometimes you wonder why...
He's a country music star?
That's what you wear in the West, baby. Come on. You're in trouble all over this interview.
You're ending the book with a chapter called Forward.
Yeah. I think life's about... I wear this ring, and it says it's a pink breast cancer ring, and it says Forward. And it reminds me all the time, I fiddle with it a lot, it reminds me if you get stuck in the weeds on whatever your big issue is in life, you just have to continue to look straight ahead. And I'm reminded of that through this. So we'll see what the next chapter in life is.
That is terrific. And you and Kathie Lee are going to be down in Rehoboth this weekend?
We're signing books, baby, at this great bookstore on Rehoboth Avenue. It's a terrific place, so I hope everyone comes. There's only one there, so come and see us.
And Jay'll be at the Grand Ole Opry this weekend?
You're dead. You are dead meat, okay? I'm just telling you.
Thank you, Hoda.
Bye.
Hoda, How I Survived War Zones, Bad Hair, Cancer, and Kathie Lee out in paperback tomorrow.